Hey nerds, Amy here, and today we are going to learn how to set up a calculated column in Microsoft Lists. All right, let's nerd out. Here at Amy's Animal Barn and Petco, we have a dog boarding resort where your pets get to vacation while you are also on vacation. Here we have a list where we track dog stays, and we want to add a column to calculate the total cost for their stay, which will include a discount for 7+ nights. Okay, so what we are going to do is click on Add Column and scroll down to see all column types. Now, a quick sidebar, if you don't see this option here, then open up your list in Sharepoint Lists. Let's click on See All Column Types and click Next. Okay, so here we will now add a column name, which we will do nights. And if you scroll down, you'll see this calculated option. So if we click on that, then it will automatically populate all of the different columns that we already have in the list under Insert Columns here. Now we will come back to that in just a moment, but I did want to scroll down a little further. So here we have the data type returned from this formula. So this is going to be the output option. And as you can see, we actually do have quite a few options available. However, there are some limitations, such as you can't designate a person within your organization. Now, that's okay. For this video, we are going to do number for the number of nights. By selecting number, you'll also see that we have an option to add decimal places, which we're going to select 0. And there's also an option to change this to a percentage. For the purpose of this video, that's not applicable, so we will just move on. Okay, so now we are going to create the formula to calculate the number of nights. Similar to Excel, we will start with an equal sign, and then all that we're going to do is just double click on these existing fields. So checkout, then a minus sign, double click the check-in, and there we go. Let's scroll down and hit OK. All right, and now just a sidebar, you will notice that there are no spaces when we are entering those formulas. Woohoo! Now look at that. We have a column that calculates the number of nights based on the check-in and checkout fields already defined in this list. Next, we will calculate an if statement. This is going to look a little bit different because it is an if statement. Once again, we will start off with an equal sign, go if, bracket, we are going to go nights, double click, are greater than 6, then the true component is going to be nights, double click, times 25 minus 25. So that's how we're going to get that 7th night free, comma. Now we are going to go to if this condition is not met, nights times 25, closing bracket, and this time we are going to select currency for the output, and let's select 0 decimal places again. Here it will show a currency format. We'll leave that as is for this video and click OK. Okay, look at that. We now have this cost column that calculates the cost for the stay based on the number of nights. And look at that, it is working correctly because Charles here that is staying for 7 nights is paying the same amount as Rue, who is staying for 6 nights, meaning they are getting that 1 night free. And here we have Layla for 3 nights at 75, so that is working correctly. Now, before we move on, I did just want to add that if you want to edit this field, you may notice that it is not an option when you click on this format column as you would with other column types. So to do that, we are going to navigate to the settings area up here, click on list settings. Then if you scroll down, you will notice all of your column types here. And if you click on cost, then that brings you back up to this area where you can now edit the formula. Before we move on to the next section, if you do find this video helpful, then please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me. Okay, so moving on to limitations. This is not the complete list of limitations, but these are some things that I felt were noteworthy that I wanted to share with you. Okay, the last thing that I did want to touch base on was some tips to help you play around. There are a ton of options. Check out the link in my video description for examples of common formulas. Alright, so that wraps up this video, and I do hope that I've helped you discover your inner nerd along the way. If you did like my video, then please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Additionally, if you do have any questions, then pop those in the comments below. Alright, thanks for nerding out. We'll see you again.